Greetings, jovial, optimistic, philosophical Sagittarius. My name is Eliane Nicole. I'm an astrologer and a tarot card reader, and now I'm going to get into the May 2020 tarot and astrology forecast for Sagittarius. If you're just stumbling upon my channel for the first time, please subscribe. And I highly recommend that you watch the videos for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising sign, definitely contact me for a reading. Everyone should have their birth chart done at least once in life by an actual astrologer. And as we enter the month of May, Sagittarius, at the beginning of the month, we're seeing a rebirth, regeneration, a new start. And you are covered by the Two of Wands, which is a solid, strong partnership. And you are crossed by the Six of Pentacles, which can be a contract or a negotiation of some kind, or it can have to do with a negotiation or a financial disbursement of some kind. And the basis of the situation around, to the second week of the month, it looks like there can be some feelings of depression or sadness or not the best mood, feeling a little dark. What's leaving is the Three of Pentacles. This is a project or a collaboration of some kind. For those who, it can mean literally work is leaving, or sometimes it can mean a worker that's leaving. What could come into being around mid-month, it looks like you are feeling liberated, free from anxiety or worry. And also around mid-month, temperance, it looks like you're reaching a real serenity, balance, moderation, calm temperament, balance between your emotions and reason. Your fears or insecurities are the Ace of Rods, so this has to do with a new offer or opportunity or starting something new. Others see you as making a financial or business decision, or maybe a very practical decision of some kind, deciding whether you want to continue to work on something that you've invested a lot of time and energy into, or try something new. I mean, this could be, for those who are in business, this could have to do with something work-related. For those who are not, it could have to do with just something around your home, or, your landscaping even, like those kinds of things, the material realm. Positive feelings are about a guy who, we're seeing a man, there's uncertainty, the ground under his feet is unstable, but you have very positive feelings about him. For Sagittarius men, this means yourself. You may be feeling that things are uncertain, yet you still feel very positive. And for Sagittarius women, there's a man in your life who maybe things are uncertain for him in some way. He's unpredictable, he's flaky, but you feel very good about him. And then the outcome is the world. At the end of the month, it looks like your vision is coming to life, Sagittarius. This could even be overseas travel for some people. So that is the tarot overview for Sagittarius for the month of May. And now I'm going to get into the planets, and I totally forgot to turn this page, and so I'm being ghetto in the middle of the Sagittarius video and doing it with my notes for Sagittarius. Thank you for bearing with me. I just cannot start over. So yes, Sagittarius, for the Sagittarius rising personality, this is going to be a very 7th house dominant month, which has to do with relationships, marriage, partnerships, and things like that. Again, if you know your rising, watch that video too. If you don't know your rising, contact me to have your chart done, and from here on out, you'll always know your rising. But May 5th, the nodes are shifting into the Gemini-Sagittarius axis. This is very significant for you, Sagittarius, because the South node is moving into Sagittarius. It's going to be there for the next year and a half. This is a huge energetic shift. for us collectively, but also for each of us individually, and particularly people who are Geminis and Sagittariuses or have a strong Gemini Sagittarius positioning in your chart in any way. So definitely contact me to have your chart done or a transit reading now, as this shift is about to happen. May 7th is the full moon in Scorpio. This is a very powerful full moon. It's a very magnetic full moon. It's a very psychic full moon, so it's a great time to get a reading. It's a mysterious full moon. It highlights research, investigation, death, sex, transformation, rebirth, regeneration. For the Sagittarius rising personality, this will be happening in the 12th house, which is the house of hidden karma, also sometimes known as the house of secrets. May 11th, Saturn is going retrograde in Aquarius. This is the first of 3 retrogrades. 3 planets are going retrograde in May. And there's 4 planetary ingresses happening in May. So big energetic shifts happening in May for all of us, affecting everyone in different ways, but affecting the collective in, its way too. So Saturn is where we have to face reality. Saturn has to do with work, boundaries, things like that. For the Sagittarius rising personality, that will be happening in the 3rd house of communication. It's also the house of siblings. Mercury moves into Gemini May 11th. This is a great time for communication through May 28th. May 13th, Mars moves into Pisces. This is going to be a time where while Mars is in Pisces, collectively people are going to be very driven by emotion, and individually, wherever Mars is moving in your chart in that area of your life, you will be feeling particularly driven by emotion. So again, contact me for a reading if you're interested in knowing more about that Mars transit. Also, May 13th, Venus goes retrograde in Gemini. Hugely significant for Sagittarius. Gemini opposes Sagittarius on the zodiac, so anything happening in Gemini is affecting Sagittarius very strongly. There's always a lot to learn, and during this period there's going to be a lot to learn about relationships, romantic relationships. There's also going to be a lot to learn about the creative process for those Sagittarius out there who are artists or work in a creative field. And Venus retrograde can also have to do with money and finances. And so wherever that's moving in your chart, that's where the specificity comes in for you. And why I always encourage people to contact me directly. But Venus hasn't gone retrograde for a year and a half. So this is significant. And all of these things that are lining up make it really the optimum time for Sagittarius to be having, your own reading. May 14th, Jupiter goes retrograde in Capricorn. That's the 3rd retrograde planet, and that is happening for the Sagittarius rising personality in the 2nd house of money and resources. So another good reason to get a reading, and I can tell you more about that. May 20th, the sun enters Gemini, so this is a real learning month and learning period. That's a big theme for Sagittarius in May. Lots and lots to learn. May 22nd is the new moon of Gemini. New moons are the perfect time to plant the seeds that you want to manifest. They're the perfect time for new starts, for anything that you want to stick and last and go the distance and grow and flourish and bloom. And the theme for the Gemini new moon is communication, communication, communication. It's the writer's new moon. If you are a writer, this is the perfect time to write. It's the perfect time to start writing a new project, whatever that is for you, a song, a novel, a play, an essay, a document, a movie, I don't know, whatever it is that you're writing. Perfect writer's new moon. Also, any communication issues you have, any communication you want to clear up, anybody who you want to communicate with, great time to set intentions around that. Also anything to do with siblings, also anything to do with neighbors, setting intentions around that. And it's a great time to start learning something new. Anything you start to learn at this time, you will probably become really, really good at, and it will stick and be a part of your life. So all of that happens around the new moon of Gemini. And if you are interested in being in my new moon of Gemini altar, definitely contact me. I can take 4 clients a month on the altar, and I do it as a first come, first serve basis. So let me know if you're interested in being there, and I help you write your manifestations, and I have the flowers and the crystals and the tarot cards and everything that go with making your manifestation rise to the support of this very powerful new moon. And then finally, May 28th, Mercury enters Cancer, and for the end of the month, communication will be a lot more emotional once that shift happens, and that's the 4th and last planetary ingress of May. Sagittarius, thank you for joining me for this reading. If you liked it, give me a like. If you didn't like it, give me a don't like. Please subscribe to my channel. Please send this to other Sagittariuses that you know, and watch the video for your rising too. Also, please follow me on Instagram at astrology.tarot.eliannicole. I do updates throughout the month there. And yes, thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful May, Sagittarius.